I know last week's tensions were pretty high, and I should know that you would never, ever, ever have any business with that knockoff Gucci suit wannabe MK. I want to make this right. You and me, one more fight, make the best man win, and the winner is the new #1 contender for the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
Andrew brought it on, and he lost. I don't want to keep this flippin' thing. All he's got to do is ask for it back. Just a very simple apology will do. A very simple apology from a very simple man.
He embarrassed me so hardly. Bring your raggedy rear end down here.
He's expecting Harvey, but turns right into who came out to meet his challenge. Oh, and just raining down on top of Sowell. Making quick work of Sowell as filter. Bruce Wayne's pulling on the ropes so that Tombstone Jesus can't get it. I mean, come on. Oh, wait. Chongo. 3. That's it, folks. Blake rolls him over. 2. Oh, Chongo kicks back into the straight armbar. The Black Horseman coming in and assisted Zhao down. Oh, Chongo gets up to take his strike. Oh my gosh. Right to the back of the head. Chongo's out. It's Sunday morning in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and that means one thing: wrestling at the gateway from Devotion Championship Wrestling. Hi, folks. Lauren Gardner here, the Cicerone. I'll be calling the action today on this episode of Devotion Championship Wrestling. 3 bouts on the books today. We're starting things off with championship action as the Grunt Style stable defends their tag team title against the Black Horsemen. William Cutting contacted DCW management and requested a triple threat match of Craig Washington IV himself and, oddly, Josh Glade. And in our main event, we will finally get a definitive #1 contender for the DCW Championship as Marlon Bishop and Manny Lemons go head-to-head. In anticipation of this main event match, we have Marlon Bishop standing by backstage.
Like what you see? I know you do. See, tonight is a night. Tonight is when I leave my footprint in DCW history. I didn't come here to be a footnote. I'm not just a guy. See, I'm the guy. I am Marlon Bishop. I am the enforcer. I'm the guy that makes you tune in. I'm the guy that makes people stand up in those chairs and say, God damn, who is that? That guy is Marlon Bishop, the enforcer. And tonight, glory is mine.
The following contest is for the Devotion Championship Wrestling Tag Team Championships. The challengers, at a total combined weight of 490 pounds, the final boss, Bruce Wayans, Atiba, the Black Horsemen. Accompanied by fellow Horseman member Joe Barton, the Black Horsemen became #1 contenders 3 weeks ago on August 30th in a 3-way #1 contendership tag match against the Brother Smith and against the Complete Package. No small feat, but is it enough to beat the tag team champions who are currently undefeated? And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 450 pounds, the specialist, Roman Roselle, the mercenary, Derek Pizzatoro, the Grunt Style Stable! The undefeated DCW Tag Team Champions, Roman Roselle, former starter for the ASU Sun Devils wrestling team, the mercenary Derek Pizzatoro, both served in the armed forces, and both are bringing that take no prisoners mentality into the squared circle. Tonight, they are not with the First Sergeant Tim Jensen, and this is a time where he may be
or at least would have been advantageous, as they are definitely going to be facing a third man in Joe Barton, the Black Horseman, notorious for getting involved in places that legally it is questionable, a la last week in the street fight match between Chongo and Blake Porter. They definitely backed Blake Porter, the former tag team member of Bruce Wayne's as the Knights of Wrestling. But right now, this is the tag team match we are concerned about. That is for all the gold, the DCW title. And the devoted faithful already with the rally call for the Grunt Style stable in Bring the Violence. And right off the bat, Roman Rosell is holding nothing back. And this is what I love about Roman Rosell. I mean, he is probably, if not the one of the best technical wrestlers in the game, but he can still brawl and get nasty and show who's the boss. And it's not Tony Danza in this case. In comes the boss himself, Derek Pizzatoro, or the Mercenary, I should say, easily lifting up Atiba into a vertical suplex, and down he comes. Picture perfect. The Mercenary looking to finish things off early, goes in for the pin, kicks out at 2 as Atiba keeping the hopes and dreams alive of a championship for the Black Horsemen. Pizzatoro delivering a couple of right crosses, Irish whip off the ropes, leapfrog, and a crossbody from Atiba quickly changes the pace of this match for the Grunt Style stable. One of the best drop kicks out there coming from Atiba, beautifully done. Always he has beautiful style in his technique, but who needs beauty when you've got force coming from Derek Pizzatoro? Beautiful Rariotto putting Atiba supine. Pizzatoro makes a tag to Roman Rosell, and the two of them now together. Are we going to see the M1A2? No, we are not. Off of the ropes goes Atiba, and a back elbows in stereo. That is, I would much rather opt for the mono version of that LP, that's for sure. Into the corner, reversed. Atiba attacking with an elbow of his own, pushing Pizzatoro off the ropes. Rosell not happy about that, says if you want to tag so bad, get to your corner, buddy. I'm happy to take on the competition. Bruce Wayne starting things off with a lariotto of his own. Scoops up Rosell, slams him back down. And always followed up from a slam is his Batsy elbow. Goes for the cover, hooks just one leg, doesn't cradle. Regardless, Pizzatoro there to break it up. The final boss pulling Rosell to his feet. Oh, and gets a chin buster for his troubles. Rosell pushes Wayans into the corner, whips him long ways, and no doubt dizzy after getting a shot right to the button like he did from that chin buster. Rosell now delivering shots to the breadbasket, whips Wayans into the corner, goes and tags Pizzatoro, and Wayans tags in Atiba at the same time. Pizzatoro now scooping up Wayans, mat slam, and then some. Atiba now a ground game is not a smart move if you're Atiba going up against Derek Pizzatoro. Quickly shed, but from behind, an elbow from Bruce Wayans has got the Mercenary dazed. Atiba still rocked from the ground and pound from the Mercenary, who comes right back in and shows his strength with a gut-wrench pile driver. Oh, in comes Rosell, and now goes for the cover. 1, 2, and that's it, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, it's still DCW Tag Team Champions, the Grunt Style Stable!
Not only does the Grunt Style stable retain their tag team championships, they continue forward with their unbeaten streak here at Devotion Championship Wrestling. The fans are happy about it. De oppresso liber, as the Green Berets say, and those titles are in a very safe home. There's no doubt about that. Don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up, we still have our rematch for the #1 contendership between Manny Lemons and the Enforcer, Marlon Bishop. But first, let's revisit the, what else can I say? The bizarre saga as the world turns with Craig Washington IV, William Cutting, and Josh Glade. For weeks now, we have seen the superhuman power that comes over Josh Glade when he's in possession of his doll. A violent game of hot potato has ensued between Craig Washington IV and William Cutting, the former to avoid the strength of Glade, the latter to take advantage of it. And along the way, a most unlikely friendship has been made between Josh Glade and Lola.
You and that doll are pathetic! It's just a doll! Alright, I'll get the doll back!
2 weeks ago, in trying to reobtain the doll from Washington, Cutting was subject to a vicious beating, that is, until Lola appeared. Her arrival distracted Washington just enough for Cutting to get the win, and for Lola to get the doll. Now, Cutting has called for a triple threat match with Glade and Washington. There's no doubt in my mind he sees this as a 2-on-1 match, a chance to give Washington some deserved payback.
Okay, I don't know where the stupid doll is. You pathetic meat sack. You got me into this BS and you are going to get me out. You hear me? You're gonna go in there. You're gonna take the fall. 1, 2, 3. Focus! Do you get it? Good!
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Psycho from Oakland, California, weighing in at 395 pounds, Craig Washington the Fourth.
Very interesting footage that we just saw backstage between William Cutting and Josh Glade, almost as if William Cutting is more concerned about a win, perhaps, than he is a beatdown on the man entering the ring right now, Craig Washington IV, accompanied by the former Dr. Psycho, now known as Psycho.
And his opponent from the Killing Fields, weighing in at 185 pounds, William Cutting.
The mastermind behind the doll, the man who has tried to use it like a bridle for the workhorse of Josh Glade, but right now, I'm not even sure. I mean, the last we saw it, and granted, there's who knows what goes on when the cameras aren't rolling, but the last we saw it, no one involved in this match even had
And
the
their
doll.
opponent from the University of Utah Neurological and Psychiatric Unit, weighing in at 350 pounds, Josh Glade.
Josh Glade coming out to the ring. You know, this is interesting. We saw him like this the last time he competed. Very agitated, very distraught, not focused at all on the task at hand, that being a wrestling match. Glade steps in and steps right back out, and what is he? He was looking underneath the ring. I'm not sure if he's looking for a weapon or, you know, let's be honest, he's probably just looking for the doll. I mean, that is on the forefront of his, I'll say it, fragile mind. Let's go to the action in the ring, though, and right off the bat, William Cutting looking to make some breadbasket shots to Craig Washington IV, but a man that size, strikes like that are only going to agitate him, not unlike a mosquito buzzing in your ear. Shoulder sledding right into William Cutting is Craig Washington IV with Psycho giving encouragement and coaching on the side. Oh, see, look at that. The more we learn about Craig Washington IV, the more we see he is a man of discernible tastes and a man who likes to be in control. He likes to be the one who pulls the strings, including with the officials. He's given lip to our senior official, John Utah Godfrey. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Josh Glade still in a frenzy, frantically looking for the doll, which the last time we saw them, he is named Gemini, and some impactful sumo palm strikes coming from Craig Washington. Washington, who himself has trained in sumo, among other forms of martial arts and professional football. Oh, gosh. A big spine buster, goes for the cover. 2. Now, normally, you guys know me, normally I would get on him about not hooking a leg or anything like that, but the combination of a spine buster like that and the girth of the competitor, it's, I'm going to let that one slide. Washington able to coerce Glade into the ring, but Glade, instead of going for the pin, he's frisking. Oh gosh, he was frisking, cutting, and now out of frustration of the absent doll, just pounding away at cutting. Washington takes this opportunity, deliver a spine buster of his own, goes for a cover, and Glade gets a shoulder up. Now these are two giants that I would love to see them both on their best day really go at it. It would be quite a show. Oh, Washington now going for the suprascapular nerve in the shoulder. If you've ever got a stinger playing football or anything along those lines, that's what he's attacking right there. Cutting coming in with, a very feeble attempt. But for Glade, at least, the mosquito bite distracts Washington. But Lola, who we've seen become very good friends, a very sympathetic ear and champion for Josh Glade, has come out to the ring with the doll. Lola coming front and center with the doll, presenting it to Glade. Meanwhile, in the back, Washington putting boots into the chest of Cutting, and we're seeing it. We are seeing this superhuman enthusiasm from Josh Glade. Let's see if it will transfer into superhuman strength. Oh, Washington able to deliver a blow to the temple. A second. Glade seemingly unfazed, points and tells him no, and now beginning to deliver strikes of his own in return. Coming off of the ropes, he sends Washington. Look at the ropes bend with these two gentlemen in the ring. Definitely impressive from Josh Glade. Be it psychosomatic or not, the addition of the doll is a definite game changer. Cutting now, trying to wrench the doll out from the makeshift Joey pouch. Glade, oh gosh, delivers a punishing Fosbury power slam. That's it, folks. Josh Glade with the assist from Lola, bringing out his coveted Gemini, is able to dig into the reserves that are, heretofore has been untapped. Folks, with our camera crew right now backstage, the former #1 contenders, the Black Horsemen.
No! How could you run from Django, huh? How could you? I just...
Hey, Atiba, calm down, baby. Calm down. Man, these white devils are trying to divide us. We can't let them do that, my brother.
Do the thing. Do the thing! Listen up, tomb suckers, Chongo followers, and everybody here in Sucker Lake City. The final boss ain't running. The awesome one ain't running. The Rocky Mountain Dragon is here to breathe fire on all of you suckers from now on. Black Horsemen for life.
You want to comment? You want to comment? Here's your comment. I don't have no comment. You know, there's a time and place where the talking stops and the fighting begins. And here tonight, I find out who I truly am.
The following contest is your main event to determine the #1 contender for the DCW Heavyweight Championship. from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Enforcer, Marlion Bishop.
The man who puts the professional in professional wrestling. Now, you might wonder what I mean like that. I had some people reach out to me on Twitter and ask that question. What I mean by that is 2020 is only Marlion Bishop's sophomore year in professional wrestling, yet you would never know that by watching his performance, his athleticism, his ring IQ. He looks like a seasoned vet, and that's because, folks, he is a pro. The Enforcer is here, and honestly, you know, we've seen that he is extremely upset as to what happened the last time he faced Manny, and he's looking to rectify that.
And his opponent, picked from high atop the tallest lemon tree in the lemon grove, is the man, the brand, the king of the lemonade stand, Manny Lemons.
We just saw Manny Lemons tell us that tonight is the night that he finds out who he truly is. I can't think of anyone on the roster with more sheer intestinal fortitude than Manny Lemons. A man with more heart, a man with more good old-fashioned gumption than Manny Lemons. And honestly, I hope that is not a detriment to him at going against Marlion Bishop. I mean, when you think about it, a pro, someone who's in it all for the look at Manny. He's getting the commandant of officials, referee Dewey Larson, to pitch Lemons out to the audience. See, that's what I'm talking about. Manny is all about other people and making good on what he promises. He promises people to have an awesome time when they come to a live taping here at the Gateway, and that's what he's delivering. Just like, you know, he promised Marlion Bishop that he would give him a fair shake at the #1 contendership. That is not something that I or, you know, most pros, as I've been talking about earlier, would do. They would take the win any way they got it. Now, the last time we saw this, Marlion took advantage and just viciously tackled Manny Lemons. Manny obviously learning from that in the last bout that they had. Shoulder tackle attempt coming off the ropes. Manny putting Marlion back on his heels. Calling for another, goes for a splash, caught by Marlion Bishop. The pure strength of Marlion Bishop on display. Pitches Manny clear over the ropes, past the apron, right down to the floor. Manny's looks like he's holding his knee. Bishop following outside. Oh no, come on. Oh gosh, and just, stomping on that injured knee. Our officials trying to get them both back in the ring. I don't even know if Manny can stand. Referee Dewey Larson out checking on Manny. Manny says, I'm not gonna quit. Let's go, he says, let's go. And as an official, you have to trust the wrestler. If they say they can go, you have to go with it, but Marlion puts Manny, no, he doesn't put him back in the ring. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is another side of Marlion Bishop. We saw earlier in the show that he is here to prove that he is the man to stand out, that he's the man that makes you take notice. But I don't know if this is the way you want to be noticed. Oh gosh, Manny barely even able to be bipedal at this point, and oh man, come on. Oh, just, he's a shark in the water right now, attacking Manny's injured knee in every possible way. The pain just etched across the face of Manny Lemons. The official says he wants to continue. Bishop pulls Lemons off the ropes and goes right into a standing knee bar. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, this is hard to watch. Oh. Reka Tehaka coming out to the ring. Lemon's wife, Tehaka, telling her husband to just quit. But I mean, they're Manny Lemons. That "I quit" is not in his vocabulary. Those are words that he can't even vocalize. Again, referee Dewey Larson asking Lemons if he wants to quit. He gets to the ropes, and Bishop has to break that knee bar. But I mean, at this point, I don't see any way that he could come back. The devoted faithful definitely cheering on Manny Lemons, thinking that he does have the power to do it. Bishop glaring at, oh gosh. It's times like this that the sage advice from football coach Alan Linford comes in. Son, there's a difference between being tough and being stupid. Manny, we know you're tough. We want you to take care of yourself. This is career threatening at this point. This is not. I'm not going to stop. You saw right there, Manny, he's not going to do it, but oh, look at that. A member of the devoted faithful pitching back one of the coveted lemons that Manny pitched out, and even Dewey Larson helped to pitch out. Normally this gives him the power to conquer any odds. Let's see if it's enough for him to overcome this injury. Still not able to step with that right. Oh, went to kick with that right leg, and again back into that standing knee bar. Oh, this is, the screams from Manny Lemons, sheer agony. Reka's now in the ring. Reka's got the towel in her hands. She's thrown in the towel. Reka's thrown in the towel. Our official calling off. The match is over. Oh my gosh. I mean, if the towel's thrown in, that is a technical knockout, folks. Oh man, we're out of time. Folks, thanks for letting us into your homes. I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone. Tune in next week. I'm sure we'll have a full update on the condition of Manny Lemons. But until then, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.
Collar and Elbow was founded on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. This is our company. This is our brand. For all of us who love wrestling, it belongs to us.